Good afternoon. Today is Friday, October 7th. I'm Timothy Jackson.
And I'm Peyton Patterson with this week's TCTV News Update. Last Thursday, a New Jersey train crashed into a commuter rail terminal in Hoboken, killing one person and injuring 100 others. A recent statement made by the train's operator, Thomas Gallagher, claims that he has no memory of the crash occurring and that the train was only moving 10 miles per hour when it collided with the terminal. Officials remain frustrated by the claims because the data recorder that measures the train's speed and braking was not functioning at the time of the accident. The official cause of the crash remains undetermined. 50-year-old Todd Orr is glad to be alive after surviving 2 attacks by the same grizzly bear in one day. Orr was hiking through southwestern Montana Saturday morning when he encountered a mother grizzly bear and her cubs. The bear attacked the first time after Orr yelled at her. After fighting off the bear once, Orr began walking to safety when the bear came charging at him again just 10 minutes later. Despite suffering several deep bruises and needing 8 hours worth of stitches, Orr is alive to tell the tale. In a miraculous medical event, the first baby with DNA from 3 partners has been born. The boy was conceived using a technique designed to help people who carry genes for fatal diseases. The technique is currently not approved in the U.S. Although the baby was at risk of developing Lee syndrome, he remains in good health. Doctors removed the mother's DNA from an egg without the disease, causing strands, and were successful in adding it to a donor's egg that was then fertilized. Dr. John Jong of New Hope Fertility Center in New York led the team that carried out the procedure. The California Office of Emergency Services recently issued an earthquake advisory warning for residents in Southern California after a number of smaller quakes shook the Salton Sea area earlier this week. The bay is located along the infamous San Andreas Fault and has experienced over 140 seismic activities since last Monday. Officials are warning Southern California to be on high alert for a large quake within the next few days.
Montreal City Council recently put a temporary ban on pit bulls. Supporters of the ban say that their breed is uniquely dangerous and points to studies suggesting attacks by pit bulls and their closest relatives outnumber those from other breeds. They also claim that they are more likely to severely injure or kill an attack victim. The ban follows an incident in Montreal involving a woman who was mauled to death in her backyard by the neighbor's pit bull. Hurricane Matthew has trampled western Haiti with powerful winds and heavy rain. The storm also knocked back a major bridge that connects Port-au-Prince with southern Haiti. Intense storm has killed 7 people and has caused several cruise ships to change their routes. However, many of the fatalities from the storm were from people who did not respect the storm alerts. Hurricane Matthew is expected to bring heavy winds and torrential rain as it continues to track north along eastern Cuba, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. A 4-year-old girl in Syria died after mistaking a cluster bomb for a toy. She was going to collect water when she came across a bomb and thought it was a silver ball. She suffered severe trauma to her face from the incident and later died from her injuries in the hospital. This happened in Aleppo, where the violence continues as the Russian backed Syrian government forced attempts to reclaim the city that is now controlled by rebels. The Carmichael area high school football team showed their sympathetic side last week at the school pep rally. All 41 players on the team shaved their heads to honor fourth grader Braden Wolaski. Who recently lost his hair during chemotherapy for bone cancer. But the effort to support Braden didn't stop there. The rest of the students at the school have raised $7,000 for Braden's family to help them get through medical expenses. We wish Braden the best as he continues his battle. TCTV updates in sports and entertainment when we return during our commercial break. We'll air some highlights from the recent bubble soccer tournament hosted by the Office of Student Life. Long time. A long-time losing streak has finally come to an end. On September 2nd, the United States Ryder Cup team brought home the win. The last time the U.S. team won the Cup was in 2008, entering Sunday's match. It all started between U.S. Patrick Reed and Europe's Rory McIlroy. The Ryder Cup is a men's golf competition between teams from Europe and the United States that has been going on since 1927. This year, the United States maintained the lead throughout the tournament. After 162 regular season games, the playoffs are underway in Major League Baseball. The first two wild-card games were played Tuesday and Wednesday. The American League wild-card game took place Tuesday between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles, while Wednesday night's National League game featured the New York Mets hosting the San Francisco Giants. After the wild card game conclude the 5-game series. Game will begin this weekend against the division leaders.
David Ortiz is known by many U.S. sports fans as the big, powerful home run hitter for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox recently declared that Ortiz is the best player in the franchise that the club has ever seen. Last Sunday, Ortiz played his last regular season game in Fenway Park. The Red Sox did not wait until Ortiz was inducted into the Hall of Fame for his number, 34, to be retired. His number now hangs with other honorable retired numbers around the ballpark. On Sunday, October 1st, the famous Vin Scully called his final game with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The 88-year-old has been announcing Dodgers games for 67 seasons. He also announced the games alone and was a gift to all who listened. The voice of Vin Scully will definitely be missed.
You know, friends, so many people have wished me congratulations on a 67-year career in baseball, and they've wished me a wonderful retirement with my family. And now, all I can do is tell you what I wish for you. May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, and a blessing in each trial. For every problem life seems a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer. You and I have been friends for a long time, but I know in my heart that I've always needed you more than you've ever needed me. And I'll miss our time together more than I can say. But you know what? There will be a new day and eventually a new year. And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball. So this is Vin Scully wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be.
Kim Kardashian was recently a victim of a violent robbery in Paris. The robbery consisted of people posed as policemen. Kardashian was tied up and locked in her bathroom as the armed robbers raided her private Paris residence. According to police, the bandits made off with more than $10 million worth of jewelry. After the incident, Kardashian reported that she was shaken but unharmed. New information has surfaced regarding the late Robin Williams' health at the time of his death. According to Robin Williams' widow, Williams had chemical warfare in his brain. He also suffered from dementia. With a sudden loss of memory and inability to control his anxiety. Williams became extremely depressed. Sadly, Williams took his own life in August 2014.
A new unexpected friendship has flourished between Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte and rapper Vanilla Ice. Lochte has reportedly been feeling down lately after two men rushed the stage during his performance on Dancing with the Stars. Ever since the incident, Lochte hasn't had many people to lean on. It has been reported that castmate Vanilla Ice has become a good friend for him to depend on. Ice recently told Lochte, "Yesterday's history and tomorrow's a mystery." Find out what happened when a creepy clown was spotted on Penn State's main campus earlier this week when we return. Pandemonium and rioting broke out on Penn State's campus this past Tuesday, early in the morning after 3 clowns were spotted on campus. It was reported that 6,000 students went on a rampage down the streets of PSU looking for the clowns. Many students even carried makeshift weapons, tennis rackets, hockey, and lacrosse sticks, baseball bats, and even 2x4s. Police locked down campus and blocked roads in an attempt to control the situation. I want to know what Thiel College students would do if they saw a clown on campus. A new drug abuse initiative will soon be implemented at the Mercer County Prison. Warden Erna Gregg stated, "There's an increasing number of people who leave jail and go back into using drugs, sometimes ending up dead." This prompted the Mercer County Behavioral Health Commission to begin offering Vivitrol shots once a month. The drug blocks the body's receptors that give users a high. These shots will be given to prisoners that are willing to go through the program, which also includes several hours of counseling. The length of the program will range from 8 to 18 months. Next week will kick off Fire Prevention Week in Mercer County. All 9 Mercer County fire departments are scheduled to open their doors for public tours on Saturday. Saturday's event will mark the first time that all 9 departments have offered public tours at the same time. The departments involved include Clark, Greenville, Hermitage, Transfer, Sharon, Shakelyville, Hempfield, Shenango, and West Salem. The department here in Greenville has not held an open house since 2000.
On October 22nd, the Sisters of Chi Omega will be hosting Make-A-Wish Bingo. There will also be a Chinese action and prizes. All proceeds raised at the event will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Chi Omega's goal is to raise enough money to grant a wish for a family of 4 to go on a trip to Disney World. The chapter has already raised half the money necessary and hope to top their goals after this event. This past homecoming weekend, Thiel College President Susan Traverso, faculty, and several students broke ground on a new $4.5 million science connector on campus. The project is anticipated to add nearly 8,000 square feet of academic space to campus and will feature an efficient and student-friendly focus to the design. The state-of-the-art complex will include 4 enhanced labs that will enable more faculty and students' research projects. Thiel's own radio station, WXTC 88.1 FM, is hosting a Rock the Vote event today in the Howard Miller Student Center, Lutheran Heritage Room from 6 to 8 p.m. If you haven't registered, now is the time. Rock the Vote is a nonprofit organization in the U.S. whose mission is to engage and build the political power of young people. Representatives from a number of states will be in the greater region will be on hand to get students, faculty, and staff registered to vote for the upcoming November elections. Please get out and register today. One vote can make a difference. Thank you for watching this week's TCTV News. Be sure to tune in next week for updates in news, sports, and entertainment. I'm Timothy Jackson.
And I'm Peyton Patterson, reminding you to visit our YouTube channel, Thiel TCTV, to view this newscast and other student productions.
You've been watching TCTV News, your only source for news and entertainment on campus.